Namaskar, I am Deepak Mishra and I welcome all of you to NCERT's live interactive session. You are watching us live on PME Vidya channel number 5 and you can also connect with us on our official YouTube channels, that is NCERT official and NCERT PME Vidya channel number 5. If you have any query, any suggestions, or is there any question you want to ask with us, you can just go to our YouTube channels and comment there. You can also call us on number 8800440559, and in detail if you want to ask anything, you can also email us. The email address is dth.class@ciet.nic.in. So learners, let's start the session, and today's session is very important. Before I tell you that what exactly the session is all about, let me ask you a very small question. Have you ever wondered that why God has given us two hands instead of one hand? It's very simple, to make tasks easier and to perform our activities in a very few time. So you might have received the hint that the session on which we will be discussing today with our guest, it's teamwork. Why teamwork is important? What is teamwork? And with the help of teamwork, how can we perform our task and make it easier? So moving ahead, let me introduce you with our expert. We had joined the guest which had joined in this session. We have Miss Monica Sharma Madam, who is currently TGT English at Sarvodaya Vidyalaya, FU Block, Pitampura, Delhi. Monica ma'am, a very warm welcome and thank you so much for giving us your precious time.
Namaskar everyone, welcome our learners and viewers.
So apart from this, we also have an Indian Sign Language interpreter who will be helping our learners to understand this live session in Indian Sign Language. Mr. Dev has joined with us. Mr. Dev, welcome. Alright, so quickly now let's move ahead forward and start this session. Monica ma'am, I'm very excited about this session because what I had understand that teamwork is very important. Please help me and our learners that what exactly teamwork is all about, why it is important, and what all topics we will be covering in this live session.
Deepak, I'm so very thankful to you that you have set the context for the chapter when you talked about that why do we need these two hands to work. So we need these two hands to work together as a team to get anything. If we wish to cook something, if we wish to write, or if we wish to complete any task, we need to work with both of our hands as a team. So before we start with the chapter, I would like to say, alone we can do so little and together we can do so much. So let's have a chit chat before we start with the chapter.
Yes, definitely. You said it very right. Alone, if I would be alone, it will be very difficult for me to perform any task, any activity. But if I'll be having some few hands or a team members, it will be a very easier task for me as well.
Let's have a chit chat, dear students. I shall ask you some questions and you can give your response in the comment section. And as I can't talk to you right now, so I'll ask these questions to Deepak.
Yes.
So Deepak, think about a time you worked with your friends or your classmates to do something fun or get something done.
Well, ma'am, speaking very frankly and truly, I remember my school days when I used to perform in my annual functions, annual day, and at that time we were having a pressure and a target that we have to win this competition. So at that time I used to coordinate with my classmates, with my class buddies, that how can we act in such a way that we will be receiving the competition prize. This is a good example. And one sports activity, when I was studying in school, I used to play cricket and football.
Oh.
So I think this is a perfect example of teamwork. Am I right?
Absolutely right. So what are the good things about working with other people? Can you recall something? Good things?
I think, ma'am,
Pros?
it's very simple. If you work with team members, first benefit which you receive is it saves a lot of time, obviously. And the task which you are performing, it gets in a very quick time instead of taking a
Absolutely
long time.
right.
But let me ask you, ma'am, since you are very senior, but during your childhood period, What all things you remember? Can you please discuss what all activities you have done which resides of teamwork?
I remember vividly that I do not know how to swim, but once I was visiting my village with my siblings and they knew how to swim. And we saw a puppy who was drowning. I thought that he was drowning, and
Yes.
together with my siblings and my other cousins, we saved that puppy in no time.
That's great. That's perfect example. It's a good memory for you.
Yeah. So let me ask something else. Can you think of something that would be really hard to do all by yourself?
Well, ma'am, if it would be for suppose if I am shifting to a new house, or if you say, Deepak, can you please fix this bed or sofa to somewhere else? It will be a very difficult task for me because with these two hands I can't shift the sofa. I
Of
need some
course,
certain help
of
and team
course,
members.
Of course. And what do you think a team is?
Like a team is you can say a group of people or group of some certain hands which help us to achieve a specific target or goals.
Of course, when we are working together to achieve a specific goal, then we can say that we are working in a team. Have you ever played a game with your friends where you had to help each other? And what were those games? You have already given me a few examples.
Yes,
Would you like to add some more?
Yes. I remember my school days since I have a long and a very big memories of my school days. I used to play hockey, football, cricket, and ma'am, believe me, there's all certain games are dependent on teamwork. For an example, if I will not be passing a ball to my buddy or my team buddy, the ball will not get into a goal. So passing the ball in football and hockey, it is very important.
I recall vividly when I was in a school. In my school days, we used to come to home by bus, in school bus,
Yeah.
and all the friends we used to play Antakshari in a team to pass the time, and we didn't feel that we were tired, and we were so full of energy while we come back home. And my parents used to wonder that what happened, why are you so full of energy even after the end of school?
Yes.
That's what teams help us to do. It rejuvenates us, it helps us to enjoy more and ease in our task. Okay,
Correct.
imagine trying to carry something really big and heavy all alone. What might happen?
Well, as I told you, like all alone, if you will give me a big certain task, I can't do it individually by myself. So obviously, I will ask and I will look for someone for some certain hands because I have to complete and finish this specific target.
Great. Do you think it is usually better to do things by yourself or with a team, and why?
Well, ma'am, I think it totally depends on the situation. For an example, if you will tell me to complete my homework, then I'm smart enough. I can do it by myself. But if you will tell me there is a birthday party of my friends, then I have to arrange a birthday party. So at that time, I will need some helping hands.
Oh, yes. And I always give my students project work so that they know and learn how to work in team, because when we work with diverse people, we learn a lot, and we certainly learn how to forget our differences and work together in peace and harmony.
Correct.
And that's our next question leads to, what's one thing that helps a team work well together?
Well, the one thing which helps, I think, I can give you an example that it saves the time, as I already mentioned you previously, and you learn a lot of things. You come and discipline. You, as a team, if you're working in any team or any group, you certainly come to learn a lot of things in teamwork.
So let's get to our poem, and let's look at the screen. And Deepak, please help me out and let us read together. this
Wow,
poem.
that's interesting activity.
And
I'm
definitely you will
very
enjoy.
excited about this activity.
So
What I have to do in this picture? I can see a picture here.
Yeah, and let's read the poem aloud, and then we'll talk about the poem.
Okay.
So let's sing along.
Okay. So should we rhyme this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start.
Teamwork, teamwork. Together we can make
our
teamwork.
dream work. Then we will share the joy of what we have done. Teamwork, everyone.
That sounds good.
It's fun to shoot the basketball through the loop. But if nobody passes, then nobody shoots.
Yes.
And the relay race just can't go on if nobody wants to pass the baton.
That's true. This is a perfect example. If the relay race, the baton, it will be very difficult if someone doesn't pass it. It's a perfect example.
So the last part of our poem is, We are the parts that make up the whole, and we have got our eyes on a common goal. Sometimes it can be a big plus when a you or me becomes
us.
an us.
Yes.
Great.
Like I can give you another example, ma'am, which you're forgetting. In this live session, you and us, you and me, we are creating us for our learners, and this is a perfect example. Am I right?
And Deepak, can you tell me who other people are helping us to make this possible?
Yes, there are some people who are working behind the curtain, behind the screen, who are actually the learners are unable to see. We are two people sitting in front of TV screen, but there are some more helping hands with us, which are helping us to complete this live session.
There is a director or there is a cinematographer. We have our interpreter as well, and there
have
might
producer.
be sound engineers
Yes.
might be working with us.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. So let's come back to our poem. So here the poet wants to tell that when we work in teamwork,
Yes.
we are able to complete any task in no time, and we are able to achieve our goals. And when we achieve our goals or achieve some success, we share the joy with other team members, and it actually doubles the joy.
Yes.
And here the poet has given some examples, like he is saying that when we play basketball, do you know, have you ever played a basketball?
Not oftenly, but yes, I had watched multiple times the game of basketball, how it is
How
played.
many members are there in a basketball team?
If I'm not wrong, let's guess it's 5.
It's 5.
Okay, great.
Okay, and in basketball, the opponent team tries to shoot the ball in the defender's hoop.
Yes.
So here the poet is saying that it's fun to shoot the basketball through the hoop, but if there are no players to pass the ball to each other, then no one will be able to shoot the ball into the hoop.
Correct. And
And
apart
when-
from basketball, there is a similar game, like it's a volleyball, and there are 7 members in that game, and that is also a perfect example, somehow similar to basketball.
Yeah, you are right. The next example the poet has given, and the relay race just can't go on. In a relay race, team members they run together and they complete the race in chunks, and they carry a baton and they pass the baton to the next team member, and the whosoever team member reaches the finish line first, that whole team wins. So the poet is saying that if we have no one to pass the baton to each other, then there will not be any relay race. It will be just a simple race.
Correct.
So we need a team, and in the end, the poet saying that the whole team is part of a whole, and we all together strive hard to achieve a common goal. And when we just forget our differences, then we work together and became an us and achieve our goals.
Ma'am, what I think after looking to all these pictures, these are quite good, interesting activities, and these are giving a quite good hint of what actually teamwork is all about. Can you please help our learners and me as well that by showing some more pictures which gives a perfect example of teamwork?
Yeah, here we can see, next I was going to ask you some comprehension questions regarding the poem.
Okay.
In the picture we can see a few students are playing and they are passing the baton to another team player so that they can win the race together. And yes, yeah, look at the screen.
Well,
So Deepak, look at this picture and name the team members seen here who are needed to play cricket.
It's interesting. Let me have a look on this picture. Well, first of all, this is a very interesting game which I love to see. It's cricket, obviously. And as ma'am, you have asked this question. So what I can see in this picture, there is a batsman, there is a wicket keeper,
Yes.
there is an umpire, there is a commentator, there are public viewers who are watching the match.
They are cheering up for their own team.
And there are fielders as well who are
Yes.
playing on the ground.
You may add more to the list if you wish.
I can't see cheerleaders because right now the IPL season is going on. So there should be a cheerleaders
Okay,
as
there
well.
should be cheerleaders and there should be some physiotherapists, therapists as well.
Yes,
And the coaches can be added to the team.
correct.
So let's look at another picture. Name the team members seen here who are needed to run a restaurant, and you may add to your list.
Oh, sometimes I feel hungry and I go to a good restaurant. Well, after looking to this picture, I can see we need a good chef or a cook who can cook a good food. Chef, then waiter, then a manager to manage all such tasks over there in a restaurant. and obviously cashier to manage all financial expenses.
Great, great. Now let's look at the next picture. Name the team members seen here who are needed to make a movie or a film or a serial.
Well, if I'll produce any film or any show, obviously, first of all, I will need actor, actresses, lyricist, musician, lightman, cameraman. There are multiple crew members who will definitely I will be need.
Great. And last picture of the day, look at this given picture. Name the team members seen here who are needed to run a school.
Well, after looking to this picture, I am sure the learners who are watching this live session, they might be answering as well because they are going to school, and to operate a school, obviously we need a teacher, we need a principal, we need students, and obviously security guard. And a gardener I can see in the picture.
Yeah, there is a gardener as well. We need to maintain the green in the school.
Right.
Great. So, Deepak, now you tell me, have you ever worked together in a team in school?
Obviously, ma'am, I remember my school days and my college days, whenever we used to perform any activities, like our mindset was to how that we can win the prize in any competition. And individually, I can't win any competition. Obviously, I need the help of my team buddies or the buddies, my friends who are studying with me in my class. So during annual function time or sports going activities that time, I remember those days I need help of my buddies.
Okay, now let's look at the screen. And Deepak, as I told you and I asked you about teamwork, can you tell from which two smaller words this word teamwork is made?
It's very simple. Team plus work. It's teamwork. Am I right?
Great. It's a compound word. A compound word is made when two smaller words are joined together to make a new word with a new meaning. And on the screen we can see some examples. Sun plus flower makes a sunflower. Basket plus ball makes a basketball. Time plus table, timetable. Rain plus bow, rainbow. And rain plus coat makes raincoat. My dear viewers and Deepak,
Yeah.
can you think of some more examples and add to the bow list?
Well, I think after looking to this examples of words, it's pain cake, pain plus cake. And one important thing, the girls and the ladies used to carry all the time in their bag, that is lipstick. So it's lip plastic.
And I have applied it today.
And you can say butter plus fly, it's butterfly.
Great, great, great. So are you ready for the next activity?
Yes.
I would need your support, Deepak, for that. So let's look at the screen. Dear viewers, our students, let's make a foldable. And this foldable is going to help you learn compound words and will make you understand what compound words are. And things you need is a paper sheet, a scissor, and some colored pens.
Well, that's great.
So
Now
hold
what?
the paper lengthwise. Now fold your paper in half. Now repeat the step. And we see that there are 3 creases. So mark the cutting lines on the folded sections. These are your cutting marked lines, and you cut these marked lines. Now look here. These are 2 open flaps. Now we have to cut these pieces. Look how it is made. I have made a few pictures. This is a picture of a tooth and this is a
Well, it's a brush.
it's a brush, and
so
together they makes
toothbrush. Great.
Toothbrush.
It's a perfect example.
Next is this is a
I think,
picture of
chocolate jelly.
jelly, and it is a
Fish. Oh wow, it's jellyfish.
and together they make
Jellyfish. Wow.
it's
It's Amul butter.
it's a butter, and this
fly.
is a
Oh, that's great. That's butterfly.
that's a fly, and together it makes
Butterfly.
this is
And lastly, it's raincoat. Obviously, I
It's
won't
rain
take a time to
and
understand.
coat. This is raincoat, and I have made a few more foldables for you. As you can see, rain, plus bow makes a rainbow.
Rainbow, correct.
Sun plus flower makes a
Sunflower.
cup plus cake is
Cupcake.
cupcake. Are you feeling hungry?
Right now I'm feeling hungry and I will be having my food after this live session.
That's great. So let's have a pancake. Pan plus cake makes a pancake.
Ma'am, I think these all are perfect examples of the combination of words which you have helped us, me and our learners, to understand this complete examples of teamwork. But the time is not allowing us to continue with this session. So it was a great and amazing learning session. Especially I like those pictures, ma'am, which you showed on the screen. Can you tell in a very quick 10 or 20 seconds how our learners, especially our students, can apply and have a benefit of teamwork?
So I am going to tell every one of you a little secret. To work in a team, we need to learn about 3 C's, and these 3 C's are coordination, cooperation and collaboration. So when we work in coordination with other team members and we cooperate each other completely and we do everything, we achieve everything in collaboration, then we can say that we are a good team. So always help your friends and always try to achieve something in a united way. So united we stand, divided we fall. As in the beginning of the lesson I said, when we achieved something together, we achieve something big. So that's all from me.
I think this is a perfect example Monica ma'am had given to our learners. And remember, learners, this 3C, which are very important for, obviously ma'am has mentioned previously, for teamwork. And I think, Monica ma'am, I really enjoyed this live session, and our helper and our especially learners who are watching us on our YouTube channels and obviously on television, they might have learned a lot of things. So now I would personally like to give you a very big thank you for giving your precious time to us and helping our learners about this teamwork special live session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming.
Thank you. Namaskar.
All right. So lastly, I would also thank our Indian Sign Language interpreter, Mr. Dev, who helped our learners to understand this live session in the form of sign language. Thank you, Dev. So before wrapping up this session, live session, let me tell you an important thing. You might have noticed and watched on television that there is an ongoing competition which is called Balpan Ki Kavita. What exactly this competition is all about? Let's have a quick look on this video.
क्या आपको भी गीत, कविता पढ़ने, लिखने और गाने गुनगुनाने में रुचि है? तो आइए शिक्षा मंत्रालय भारत सरकार की एक अनूठी और सराहनीय पहल का हिस्सा बने तथा भारतीय भाषाओं और अंग्रेजी में लोकगीत और कविताएं भेजें। आप दिए गए लिंक पर अपनी रचनाएं अथवा किसी अन्य रचनाकार के गीत और कविताएं भेज सकते हैं। भारतीय भाषा कविता प्रतियोगिता के नियम आदि भी आपको इसी लिंक पर उपलब्ध होंगे।
So I'll suggest you must take a part in this competition. If you are taking the part in this competition, we wish you all the very best, and you may come out with flying colors. And learners, apart from playing games, studying is also equally important. So there is an important announcement for NCERT's grade 4 and 7 class students. If there is a good opportunity to grab your textbooks, they are available and you can buy the grade 4-7 textbooks on Amazon, Flipkart, and obviously on NCERT's official websites. So before we wind up, let's have a quick view on upcoming live session, what all live sessions you will be watching on television and on our YouTube channels. Just have a look. There is an important session at 3 p.m. and that is an important session at 4 p.m. also in Hindi. There will be a Khilone Wala session. That is in science subject. There is another important session, and there is a mathematics subjects live session also on patterns in mathematics part 3. And lastly, you can see on 5 p.m. there is our special live session on topic diet's effect on mental peace. So now with this quick update, please allow me to end this live session. This is me, Deepak Mishra, wrapping up with this live session. Till the time, please do take very good care of yourself. We will be joining very soon once again with another interesting live session. Till the time, goodbye, namaskar.